Mysteries of Nivelton. Episode 2, A Mystery Murder. 2. Story by Sunny Art PNG. Based on Agatha Christie's novel The Mysterious Affair at Styles.
So, what do we have? Harry, the eldest son, worked in the capital as a lawyer until he married Alice 2 years ago. Since then, he and his wife have been living back at his mother's house.
Charlie, the youngest son, earned a medical degree but decided to be a poet and pursue creative writing.
Liam Abbott, 43, Eleanor's second husband, worked as a personal secretary, some relative of Eva, Mrs. Abbott's business companion. Everyone dislikes him.
Also in the house lives Amber, the daughter of Mrs. Abbott's school friend, works as a nurse at the hospital and is at home monitoring Eleanor's health.
A few days ago, Miss Eva Smith, a business companion, had a big fight with Mr. and Mrs. Abbott. According to her, Liam married for Eleanor's money, and now he's interfering in their business.
Liam's been acting cold the last few days. Rumor has it he's cheating with the rich young girl next door.
Headmaid Diane heard the argument.
You lied to me, deceived me.
Whisper.
I gave you everything and you thanked me so much.
Whisper.
Your excuses won't change anything.
She didn't hear the answers, but she's sure it was Mr. Abbott.
An hour later, Diana brought Mrs. Abbott tea. She was busy with her papers. She keeps all her papers in her locker, but at lunchtime, she couldn't find the key. So she used to spare.
And yesterday, Amber heard the nervous dialogue between Alice and Mrs. Abbott. Alice was asking to see a document. She was very anxious and upset.
That evening everyone gathered for coffee. Dr. Johnson was also present. Eleanor was not feeling well and was in her room. Her husband took the coffee to her.
After serving coffee around 6 p.m., Diana, head maid, left for a visit. She didn't wash a cups. 5 cups, 6 cup in Eleanor's room. Liam didn't drink coffee.
A little later, Eleanor called Amber over and gave her the letters. She had coffee in her hand, but she hadn't drunk it yet.
Liam left with the doctor. Maid Annie, as it began to get dark, brought Mrs. Abbott cocoa. She saw salt on the tray.
Food and drinks are brought out of the kitchen to a table around the corner so that everyone in the house had access to a tray.
Mrs. Abbott wasn't on sedatives. The medication ran out a couple of days ago, and the new medication had not arrived yet.
Mrs. Abbott didn't like candles, she used a lamp. Annie didn't see the stain, so it must have come later.
During the night, Eleanor felt sick. The door from the hallway was locked from the inside. The door from Amber's room was always locked, so they went to Liam's room. He didn't appear to be home.
Alice ran to Amber, but couldn't wake her up. She was in a deep sleep, as if she'd taken sleeping pills.
So they kicked in the door from Liam's room. Eleanor was convulsing. One of the servants ran to fetch a doctor.
Liam.
She's dead.
No. That's impossible.
Let's all go outside and lock all the doors until the police arrive.